What's going on, guys? It's your boy, the TDG2000, back with another chapter of the Dark Aether. Today, we will be going through Terminus. We have 30 intel, and let's get right into it. So, Terminus is technically the second map to take place in this next chapter of the Dark Aether universe. We got Terminus. A jailbreak on a secluded island pits unlikely partners against the undead. Unlock the laboratory secrets, recruit a strangely familiar ally, and avenge gruesome crimes against nature. We have 16 audio logs. Wow, looks like I'm sitting back with my coffee and smoking some cigarettes. Jesus, that's a lot of listening. 9 documents, not too much reading, thankfully. And we got 5 artifacts. Let's go ahead and start with our audio logs. Our first one is code words. After his latest round of what is with these big words, man? Fuck. After his latest round of inoculations, I don't even know what that word means. I've never even heard that word before. Jesus, man. What, do they got a dictionary while they're typing this shit? Owen Guthrie's memory has been going downhill. Inoculation. I'm looking that up while we listen.
I'd give this recording a proper number, but it's gotten so bad I've lost track. Ever since that last round of Ethereum exposure inoculations, my memory's been going shit. One of the doctors told me I should document my days, see if it gets better or worse. Considering I can't recall the basic protocol I put in place, I'd say it's not getting better. I've always had a steel trap memory. Now something falls out of my head every day like it was never there. It's fucking scary. Most recently, the damn lock code of Nathan's containment unit's been slipping my mind. Poor fucking kid. Fuck this place. And fuck her. I got a reminder system for all 3 digits. I see them every day on my normal rounds, so it shouldn't raise suspicion. We've got tons of dangerous shit in here. If I crack up, I'm done. Worse people are gonna get hurt. I can't sleep. I'm scared. I'm gonna wake up and not know who the hell I am. I need my transfer request approved now. Being here is like putting my brain in a paper shredder.
I can't, for some reason, my Google's not saying the word for me. I believe the word is inoculate, and inoculate is the act of implanting a pathogen or an other microbe or virus into a person or other organisms. It is a method of artificially inducing immunity against various infectious diseases. So, looks like Owen's a test subject, and yeah, they've just been dosing him up with a bunch of drugs. That's a cool word. Inoculate. This is the educational channel. We learn stuff over here. Pleasing results. Dr. Modi recounts how Strauss lost his mind and she gained the secret to creating the AMP devices. Uh-oh. I'm not going to like this one.
Dr. Armudi, Terminus Island personal log. Our site is now running entirely on an Ethereum-powered reactor. I must give credit to Duffer for his interrogation prowess. For 3 years he worked on Strauss. Combined with constant surveillance, we finally cracked him. He revealed the benefit of growing crystalline organisms to harness their biogalvanic energy. Once we had that, R&D was able to move very fast. The maturation pods practically built themselves. Naturally, Edward is over the moon with the prototypes I sent, not to mention he no longer has to pay our power bill. This secures our status as Janus's premier research facility. Granted, that was never in question. There are murmurs I might transfer to the director's site. Obviously, working alongside Edward would be ideal. More budget and resources, most certainly better food. The dimwits plaguing my payroll who believe it's haunted would love for me to go and never return. However, Edward casts a long shadow. Here I rule. There I would serve. I'm willing to maintain the status quo for now. Perhaps with a new chef.
Working theory. Anya Tanov Tanovsky talks about her theories on what is accomplished on Terminus.
As of today, I've been at Janice for 4 months. I'm amazed I know what day it is. It's work to keep yourself together around here. And everything is so hush-hush. Almost all of us are afraid to talk about what we're doing, so we end up not talking at all. That's how she wants it. Modi's brilliant, but her chokehold on this island is suffocating. My current theory is our end result will be renewable energy via organic material, which is exciting. That would be worth all of this isolation. However, I was walking by the shipment bay today and bumped into one of the crates. It fell and cracked open. Body bags spilled out. Lots of them. I don't think we have that many people on the island. Of course, I don't have full access, so who knows. I guess I shouldn't pry, considering the volatile state of my little side project. Wouldn't want higher-ups sticking their noses in that. And yes, I still don't know who I work for. My pay stubs tell me nothing. Could be CDC, DOD, board, billionaire. No idea. Honestly, just thinking about it has my mind running in circles. It's a distraction. Enough dwelling. I need to focus on the resources that brought me here.
Ship Manifest Destiny. Station Chief Maxwell has been hearing strange rumors from the other facilities.
Alright, February 5th, 1991. Yet another glamorous day in the life of Station Chief Althea Maxwell. If only Mom could see me now. Richtofen's inability to keep his favorite pet, Modi, in check has become an unending aggravation. She gets anything she wants. Our budget's skyrocketed, and guess whose problem that is? And the protocols she gives me? Utterly condescending. You know, this isn't my first rodeo, and she seems to feel the need to micromanage everything I do.
Don't label anything. Use only serial numbers. Careless talk costs lives.
Oh, blah, blah, blah. Seriously, just shoot me now. Thankfully, the cheap-ass firewalls Project Janice have in place are easy to bypass, so the station chiefs all stay in contact. I swear, it's the only thing keeping us from going insane. And every one of them has assured me multiple times they never have to put up with shit like this. Look, I know Richtofen values results over anything else, but what is she working on? And why is it so important to him? Honestly, does he even know? I mean, it's been months since he showed up for inspections. Rumor has it, people are disappearing from inside the mansion facility. I assumed our dear director might have been one of them, but nope. Their SC says she's seen him around, so I guess he's still kicking. I asked Dr. Modi if she planned on transferring there. She told me Terminus was her home, built for her by Richtofen himself. The way she said it, made my skin crawl.
Food for thought. Private Jack Fletcher shoots his mouth off after being transferred by the cook, but the cook knows the truth.
You hear the news? I'm getting off this rock.
News? That's so.
Yeah, transfer's been approved. Took a sweet time when I put on my request ages ago, but that's just how it is.
Clearly.
This place was holding me back. I got big plans, you know. Way bigger than this stupid island.
Uh-huh. Of course you do.
Damn straight. While you're stuck slinging slop on this backwater dunny, I'll be off seeking my fortune.
Well, maybe I'll request a transfer too. Everybody's gotta eat, right?
Not with the way you cook.
Right. Yeah, I'm officially bored of your little charade.
Charade? What do you mean?
I already heard all about your transfer, so don't act like it was your idea, because I know it wasn't. James and Larson, they've been telling me for months about what a shithead you are. You steal stuff from their lockers, cheat at cards, and when it's time for janitorial duty, you vanish. Maxwell said if she didn't get you out of here, it was just a matter of time until one of them murdered your punk Kiwi ass. Now, if it were me, gladly help those two find a place to stash your corpse. But Althea's always had a hard-on for due process. So maybe shut the fuck up and play nice until you're gone for good. Understand?
Copy.
Yeah, you better shut the fuck up. That's cool. Another kind of reference to Modern Warfare Zombies. Interesting. He must have been really young here. He must have been like straight out of high school because that man's like 40, 50 and MW3. Yeah, I guess it's like 30 years later. I think that new MW3 takes place in 2020s. This takes place in the 90s. So yeah, he'd be like 30 years older. He must be a young lad in this. That's cool. Two references to Modern Warfare Zombies so far. A little cool. A little kind of cool. Tougher than she looks. Ernst Duffer expresses his contempt for Dr. Elizabeth Gray.
FAO, the director. Progress report 11/8/1990. Contrary to what some may believe, I do not necessarily take pride in my work, but I am exceptionally good at it. It is common for interrogation subjects to show resistance before ultimately breaking and succumbing to my demands. Normally, I would offer them some small chance of hope, a semblance of light at the end of the proverbial tunnel. Likewise, fear is usually a great motivator. But its apparent absence, in this case, makes it difficult, impossible, to achieve any kind of breakthrough. Even psychological torture and the administration of physical pain has proven utterly fruitless. So, having reviewed psychiatric evaluations from her early years of incarceration, I am at a loss to explain just where such remarkable resilience has come from. However good I may be at my work, I am forced to conclude that this individual may be of no further use to our program. Were it up to me, I would recommend that Miss Gray be terminated, or at the very least marked for biological experimentation. Regrettably, it is not up to me.
The hard way. Station Chief Maxwell recounts how an interrogation resulted in the death of a subject.
October 16th, 1989. Station Chief Althea Maxwell reporting. Inmate fatalities are not uncommon, especially during prolonged periods of interrogation, but this one stands out. I guess it's natural for subjects to attempt to comfort each other. I mean, seriously, cry me a fucking river, right? This one was in the last batch supplied by Franco, so, I mean, who knows what the hell they went through before we got our hands on them. Alright, cause of death, cardiac arrest. That's weird. That's surprising, because there weren't any pre-existing conditions that we knew of. Personally, I have a feeling that this subject's death was, actually a direct result of simply hearing mention of a name. Dr. Modi. I think it'd be wise to keep a close eye and ear on exactly what information these subjects have been sharing since their arrival.
Surveyor says Surveyor Gray Parkhurst records his initial assessment of Terminus Island.
Okay, Gary Parker, surveyor, July 12th, 1984. Preliminary site assessment and analysis for Terminus Island. Hard copy will be in the 1800 telex. Well, location. Far enough from heavily traveled shipping lines to manage visitors. Close enough to blend in. Ideal location. The place is unique. Not going to be a destination resort or bustling deepwater commercial port, that's for sure. So, how do we get it up and running? Well, here's the punch list. The main structure is a fortress, reinforced concrete poured in 1942, an average thickness of 3.5 feet throughout. That's the good. The bad is it's covered in this festering mold-like moss that smells like a cadaver's ass. Given the history of this place, neither of those details should be surprising. The security control room is well positioned in the structure, but will need to be gutted and retrofitted with the latest electronics. Locks, cameras, and lighting all on the long-term holding cells, interrogation rooms, living quarters, mine shafts, more on those, will all need to be replaced with updated technology. The docks, sea tunnels, and marine infrastructure are sound, but will need dredging and, of course, updated tech. Look, I know they centralized the contracts for this build-out, and I'm not supposed to know shit, but this place will be in need of the whole 9 yards. We're talking heavy equipment, manpower, real power. Okay, enough said. It'll be in the report. The helipad, while adequate in size, will need to be retrofitted to handle the gross weight of the next-gen rotary wing aircraft. And, okay. There are, numerous tunnels, sea, land, and the mine shafts throughout Terminus. While they do provide freedom of movement to any area of the island, well, there's one concern. They just scare the shit out of me. Back in 32, there was a mining accident that killed dozens of these workers in those tunnels. And definitely some weirdness going on down there that I cannot fucking explain. I suggest armed units clear those tunnels before any work begins. And, finally, the buried lead, the power. The coal from the mines has been gutted long ago. For the kind of draw needed in the specs, you're looking at either a hydroelectric or nuclear system. Anything else would be insufficient. And, look, it's just all in the report. I'm gonna get the fuck off this putrid rock. Out.
Next is red tape. No longer bound by red tape, Dr. Modi talks about the possibilities ahead.
With so much red tape cut down, I may have become a victim of my own success. We've gone through so many test subjects already. Franco is about to be a very wealthy man, given our demand. It's clear now that humans don't tolerate Ethereum exposure without certain variables. There's more than genetic markers at play. It's something in the psyche we have yet to pin down. I'm not sure if even Strauss knows. I trust Duffer to determine that soon. The projects with the most progress are the physical mutations. The transformations are unsightly, but subjects exhibit superhuman strength and become more tolerant to Ethereum. These primitive forms have even begun to show signs of advanced sentience. If we can get them to follow orders, we're in business. I have no doubt we can synthesize a refined humanoid to protect humanity from any existential threat. And when I get us there, I'll never see red tape again.
Noble purpose. Dr. Modi talks about how pleased Richtofen is with the advances being made.
My reverence for Richtofen continues to grow. Before even setting foot on this island, he understood my needs. The Oversight Committee wanted to constrain my work to animal models. Idiots. Who were they to obstruct my vision? Human in vivo trial was the next logical step. Luckily, Edward believed in the merit of my work. He authorized the procurement of my subjects himself from channels that no one in the world will miss. The island location is ideal for this work. The waters offer a steady flow of forgettable faces. He circumvented any moral concerns by reminding them what we would be denying the world by not doing so. It was masterful. And if anything, I'll give these people a chance to do something noble with their lives. Not that they're owed anything. I'll show my gratitude by delivering what I promised. I can make the advances I know are possible in record time now.
Listen, Anya Tavasky swears she hears voices coming from the ether reactor.
Some people like throwing around the phrase, curiosity killed the cat. I wonder if they're the same people who think cats have 9 lives. Doesn't matter. I'm not the superstitious type, but I am curious. I like to get my eyes on everything and anything I can. Yesterday, I took another look at the ether reactor. Everyone says he could be a source of near limitless energy. And I don't know if that's true, but I can't deny that seeing it up and running is, frankly, awe-inspiring. I would call it a miracle of modern science, but I think such a phrase is insufficient. So many things don't quite add up. No matter how many people I talk to, I still can't figure out what our real goal is here. And the term supernatural keeps getting thrown around, but that doesn't sit right with me. And yet, sometimes I think I hear voices coming from within the reactor itself. Many sound like people in pain, crying out, lost in despair. Others, like the Russian man, sound angry. And there's also a woman, but sometimes she sounds more like a girl. She might be German, but I can't quite focus on what she's saying. I said I'm not superstitious, but I am starting to believe that some kind of life exists inside the Dark Aether. And I find this possibility extremely troubling.
Yawn. Numbers and faces. Unable to sleep. Owen Guthrie talks about why he wants to transfer. I'm not gonna lie, these are a little boring, but we're almost done.
July 27th, 1990. Inventoried more subjects today. The job never used to be this hard. I mean, it's not like I took pride in my work. I just didn't think about it. Dr. Modi scheduled psych evals for the whole tech ops team. She says she wants everyone at their best. I think she's trying to flush out the non-believers. When everyone pops up, she makes sure they're dealt with. Out in public, where everyone can see. Honestly, if you're bent on maintaining order, fear tactics aren't a bad way to go. Maybe I can get reassigned. Take a break from receiving. At first, all the subjects were just serial numbers with faces to me. I never really thought about them. And now I lay awake at night driving myself crazy over it, thinking about who they might have been before they were kidnapped or sold, like livestock. By the time they reach us, they all have the same expression. It's almost like relief, because none of them can think of anything worse than whatever nightmare they just lived through. Idiots.
Alright, fucking yawn. Getting tired. Oh, thank God we're almost over. Doctor's orders. Owen Guthrie's kept his head down. If only Nathan, whatever his name is, could do the same. So that's Maya's brother. This one actually might be interesting. Let's see.
September 10th, 1990. I saw Nathan in subject holding today. I like him a lot, but walking by his cell always ruins my day. I mean, the kid's been a smuggler most of his life. He probably thought he knew the worst of what humanity could offer. And then he ends up here and realizes he doesn't know shit. So I'm protecting him the best I can, but Modi's been sniffing around. Someone must have told her he was a troublemaker. And the problem is they aren't wrong. He fights back on everything. He won't take his meds. He won't sleep. He won't eat. Why can't he get that? That kind of shit puts everyone at risk. If he ain't careful, Modi will transfer him to the amalgam program. And that'll be the end of it. I've played it safe until now. Kept my head down. If I can't convince Nathan to do the same, damn it. This is why I don't have friends.
So is Owen kind of a good guy then? Damning evidence. Wait. That was our first time with Owen, right? Oh yeah, the last one. Talking about what he wants to transfer. Maybe Owen's actually, he was kind of a good guy, trying to help Nathan out a little bit, trying to get him out of trouble, but clearly didn't work. Damning evidence. When Nathan transferred to the amalgam program, Owen Guthrie has decided to take matters into his own hands. So it kind of does seem like he's a good guy. We'll find out.
October 23rd, 1990. Nathan got transferred to the amalgam program. Just like I said he would. Didn't find out until after he'd been moved. Even if I'd been there when it happened, it's not like I would have done anything to stop it. I haven't slept since. Regret's been too busy gnawing at me. So, I started spending my nights searching for evidence. But the things I found. Dear God, what's being done here? I'm pretty fucking sure if you checked my entry ticket to hell, you'd find guilt by association stamped all over it. Whatever. Damage done. The important thing is, my transfer's been approved. And I sure as shit won't be leaving empty-handed. As soon as I'm out of here, I am gonna make sure that Modi lands her ass in prison, and that this glorified meat processing plant is shut down. Then maybe I can finally sleep.
There was one where I was listening to Dr. Modi talk about this Owen guy, how he was getting on his or getting on her nerves. He was gonna, she was going to transfer him, but really he was gonna disappear. So he must have just become, he did become an experiment. I remember listening. It must be one of these. I think this is it. Is Owen Project 13? Ooh, I hope you're watching. Dr. Modi talks about the events leading to the creation of Project 13. I think this one might be it.
It certainly has been a whirlwind of events. Tying up the loose ends Guthrie left behind was a
Yep,
waste of
this was the
time
one I
and
heard.
resources. I'll admit I was surprised how much evidence he'd gathered before he was discovered. It's my own fault for becoming so lax, yet another reminder to always remain vigilant. Thankfully, his colleagues knew of his transfer request. When I told them it had been approved, they were sad he hadn't said goodbye. Funny, despite his best efforts to destroy my work, his very existence now supports the need for it. If he continues to endure, he might end up being the longest surviving subject in the program. I would no doubt come under some fire if anyone found out that one of our own was now being kept in a tank and fed table scraps. So I've redacted any mention of his employment here. I'm currently determining how sentient he is. Guthrie, Patient 13, hasn't spoken since the early phases of his transformation. I have him on display in a high-traffic area so he can watch his colleagues go about their day. It would be a shame if he was unaware of their presence.
Damn, that's fucked. So Owen got fucked. He was a good guy, trying to help out Nathan, try to transfer, try to get some evidence, and Dr. Modi turned him into the Kraken. At least these last couple have been a little interesting, but most of these have been pretty filler and boring. Last one though, onboarding. Richtofen gives Dr. Modi a personal tour of her new facility. Are we gonna actually hear Richtofen for once? Holy shit, let's do it.
And to conclude our island tour, we have your atrium lab. So, what do you think?
It's an ideal space. Very Spartan at the moment. I assume the regulatory parties have not made their pass yet. Once they've made their structural safety recommendations, I will, of course...
Dr. Modi, I would never waste your valuable time with such trivial matters. This is your island. I trust you to make it your own. Now, energy and weapons will pacify the backers, but I chose this with your biological experiments in mind.
That part of my portfolio is considered controversial. Many have called it torture.
We are a rare breed, my dear doctor. You and I both know the price of true progress. It is that work which brought you to me. I will not allow you to be shackled by idealistic bureaucrats. In return, I expect you to deliver, by any means necessary.
That won't be a problem.
Ah, good. Then we understand each other. Welcome to your new home.
Yay, we finally get to listen to Richtofen. Onto the documents, we got 9 of them. On the horizon, Station Chief Maxwell writes a journal entry about the enticing nature of the cannon on Terminus. January 9th, 1991, I believe. 01, 09, 91. It's masterful how well we've interwoven Ethereum powered technology into the old World War II canon. There's a large vessel on the horizon, just a dot. I could vaporize it with a mere pull of a trigger. Not that I would, but I could. What have you done? Wanting answers about missing refugees, Maya sends a note to Franco. I've been calling, you miserable grub. People are missing. The other refugees say you moved a bunch of them to another boat in the middle of the night. What the fuck have you done? Call me back now or I will fucking end you, Franco. Maya left this for you at the bar. Subject file 398. Ernst Duffer's progress brief on Gregory Weaver. Interrogation progress brief. Subject Weaver Gregory. Interrogator Ernst Duffer. Initial intake status. Blames himself for the incarceration of Requiem. Brainstorm ways to exploit this. Acts as an anchor point for the rest of his team. Keeping him separated from Gray and Strauss may give us an advantage. The director wants this one to suffer. Damn. I know why. Current status. Without a clear purpose, Weaver has become a broken, bitter man. Physical labor will continue to take place before our sessions. It makes him more malleable. Subject File 511. Ernst Duffer's progress brief on Dr. Elizabeth Gray. Do we get one for each? Cool, cool. Interrogation progress brief. Subject Gray Elizabeth. Interrogator Ernst Duffer. Initial intake status. Impudent and willful in session, but footage from holding cells suggests she is putting on a brave face. Repeatedly stated during intake that someone would come looking for her and other members of Requiem. Current status. Acts ambivalent in regard to her own safety. No longer responds to threats of physical harm. Has stated she is no longer believes anyone is coming for her. Subject File 272. Ernst Duffer's progress brief on Mackenzie Carver. Interrogation progress brief. Subject Carver Mackenzie. Interrogator Ernst Duffer. Initial intake status. Trained to counteract interrogation tactics. Time to get creative. He boosts morale for the group. Break 'em, break them all. Current status. Has resorted to shutting down via disassociation during interrogation. Careful to conserve his energy in my presence. Running physical training sessions with his companions has kept him stable, considering isolation. Subject File 704. Ernst Duffer's progress brief on Dr. Oscar Strauss. Interrogation progress brief. Subject Strauss Oscar. Interrogator Ernst Duffer. Initial intake status. Clings to stringent moral standards. Pragmatic core will take time to crack. Is aware his knowledge is integral to our objective. Current status. Welfare of teammates and curiosity keeps him on task. Grip on reality is loosening considerably. Has become very adept at misdirection. Exercise caution. Uniquely qualified. A letter of hire from Project Janus admin informing Station Chief Maxwell that Ernst Duffer is to serve as Terminus's investigator. 09/17/1987. To Station Chief Maxwell. We are writing to inform you that Ernst Duffer has been assigned to serve as interrogator for the foreseeable future. Mr. Duffer previously served in a similar position at a facility in somewhere in Germany. While we cannot disclose his professional history at this time, please understand that we believe he will uphold the standard of quality we have come to expect from Terminus Island. Sincerely, Project Janus Administration. Last minute transfer. A response from Project Janus admin in regard to Station Chief Maxwell's request to dismiss Private Jack Fletcher. 02/11/1991. To Station Chief Maxwell. We are denying your request for the dismissal of Private Fletcher on grounds that he is an overly ambitious, mouthy little shit. Instead, we will transfer Private Fletcher to a mainland facility effective 02/17/1991. Sincerely, Project Janus Administration. Innovative Technology. Dr. Modi provides feedback on the proposed development outline for the ether reactor. Ether reactor development outline classified internal use only. Projected timeline for completion 2 years. Budget $175 million. Estimated manpower 144. Recruitment from departments within Terminus Island is preferable. If necessary, staff transfer from Mansion Site has been authorized. However, I would rather not have those temporal flux bastards get involved in the research being carried out by either DA and biotech. They're already at a funding advantage even without scalping our results. Teams of 6 will operate in 4-week cycles. Restricted communication should be enforced. Do not disclose budget. Frugality encourages innovation. Innovation. And last are artifacts. We got the hard drive, a hard drive used to locate Nathan. Keycard, Owen Gunthry's keycard. We got the wonder weapon of the map, the DRI-11 Beam Smasher. Invented by Anya Tavosky, this wonder weapon harnesses sonic and luminous energies to rapidly degrade organic matter into dust-like particles. We got limb regrowth specimen, one of many specimens of its kind grown by the Terminus Bioengineering Department. And finally, the talisman, the treasure at the end of the storm. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this Intel video. We went through 30 Intel for Terminus, 16 audio logs, 9 documents, and 5 artifacts. If you guys enjoyed, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're new here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Love you guys. Peace.